This oh, this is Ellen just tried to come back and she totally failed. Posted by Jamari. I don't like Ellen, so this is great for me. I love to see people fail that are evil. You know.
So it has been 1.5 years since Ellen released what
I already
she
posted this,
described
but you
as
could just
her
see it
very
her
last
face, bro.
stand-up
She's not
special
good.
for
She's
your
not a good
approval.
person.
This,
Like,
of course, was Ellen's
not
big
cool,
clapback
peoples.
to her detractors, haters, whatever you would like to call them, after she was outed for being yet another power-hungry tyrant in the entertainment industry. Basically, Ellen treated anyone
Which
around
nobody
her
was
who
surprised
wasn't a
by.
celebrity like dirt underneath her shoes. And immediately in her last comedy special, she chose to play the victim in the funniest way possible.
Ellen DeGeneres finds herself at the center of a storm of controversy.
Being accused of going too far, too gay.
Yes, Ellen really acted as if going too gay was ultimately the reason for her cancellation.
I've never
I'm
heard that
sure it had
before.
nothing to
I've
do with
never
the
heard
fact
that
she
before.
branded
Oh my
herself
gosh.
and earned hundreds
What,
of millions of
bitch?
dollars based
Stop
on this
it.
nice person
Too
facade that
gay.
she kept running for decades. The woman's catchphrase was literally,
Like,
be kind to one another. She would say that literally every day at the conclusion of her show.
I always end each show by saying, be kind to one another.
Breaking news tonight. Is the Queen of Nice really the Queen of Me?
And then it turns out there
okay.
were dozens of accusations of her
Fire
being a
whoever
Karen
wrote that
witch,
line in the
both
script.
professionally and when she was out in the general public.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is. This environment, this toxic culture that she created in the office has been going on for 16 years.
I believe her. I believe her.
Dana DiMaggio flew from Chicago to Los Angeles and was delighted to be picked out of the audience to have some fun with Ellen. But then she says she was shocked when she was briefed on the comedy bit by the producers.
They tell you, you know, you can't be smarter, funnier than Ellen. She's the comedian and the star, not you.
Right, don't try to
She
outshine.
emailed the owner of the restaurant and complained about your chip nail polish.
What?
And I was like, what?
So essentially,
Wait.
Ellen was one of the first people to be genuinely cancelled, and once she was
Wait.
outed for being a big
What?
meanie, her show's ratings
didn't-
went down the shitter. And even her other daytime show, Ellen's Game of Games, was cancelled at that very same
so
time
random.
in 2022. Essentially, everyone's gay grandma stopped being invited to the cookout. Like, no more
She was
carne
never my
asada
gay
for
grandma.
you, Ellen.
I don't-
As a matter of fact, I
listen.
kind of think that you deserve to eat rabbit food for the rest of your life. You know what? Fuck the rabbit food. I'm giving you pig slop.
Did you feel like you
sorry,
were being
bro.
canceled?
The fucking
I mean, I
clip
really
that
didn't
was saying
understand it. I
too
still don't
gay.
understand
Like,
it.
what?
It was too orchestrated. It was too coordinated. And, you know, people get picked on, but for 4 months straight for me, and then for me to read in the press about a toxic work environment when all I've ever heard from every guest that comes on the show is what a happy atmosphere this is and how
Yeah,
what a
the
happy
guests
place it
on the
is.
show.
But yes, this
What
whole
about
ordeal was a
your
pretty jarring series
your
of
workers
events.
behind the curtains,
As
honey?
during the mid-2010s, Ellen was really considered one of the least problematic
She
people in
looks
show
like she
business.
eats cheese in dumpsters. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. Like, look at her. Look, she wants to bite his ears. I don't trust Ellen. I never have. I've always like, you know, it was, and this, you could say this is biased, and this was hellas ago. God knows. I'm not even gonna look up the clip, but it was a while ago that somebody had clipped this, whatever, and this was an interview with Nicki Minaj, which I used to be a super, you know, whatever, like dedicated fan of. Nowadays, I wouldn't really say I'm that like dedicated to any celebrity because I grew up, but it was a clip of her like, I don't know, she was low key like. She was being a bitch. I'm gonna be honest. She was being a bitch. Like, she said some. I don't remember. I just remember how it made me feel. I'm gonna be honest. It might not even be that bad by this point. I'll look it up after this. It might not be that bad, but she said something about her, and then like, I don't know, bitch. But she looks like she eats cheese. Be honest.
Out here winning
And Barack,
humanitarian
you're not
awards,
slick either.
making buku money.
I
and she
hate
was
to say that.
essentially
I
the
really
fun
do.
grandma of daytime television,
Man.
dancing around in Target, playing with kids. But then one by one, people came forward, the walls came down, and her entire world kind of collapsed.
Oh, yeah, I got kicked out of show business. Yeah, because I'm mean. No mean people in show business.
As really did the facade of the entire entertainment industry in general. I mean, now, especially with all of the Epstein stuff, Hollywood, as well as many of the elites of the world, are really more under fire than ever before, as it's like this huge spotlight has now been shined on some of the biggest public figures on the planet.
And don't get me
We'll
started on
back
what
to
he
that
looks
idea
like.
in regards to
Oh
Ellen
my
here in a
gosh.
minute. Either way, it was so funny to me how disgraceful it was for her to use her final breath to try and save face this way.
Final breath.
Acting as though she was being unfairly kicked out of the entertainment industry for being too blunt, pulling both the gay and the woman card.
For those of you keeping score, this is the second time I've been kicked out of show business. Can't be gay and be in show business. Mean, old, and gay, the triple crown. I have OCD and ADD.
Who? Okay, and it's also kind of crazy to think about the laugh track either is fake, nobody's laughing, or two, getting told to laugh. Realistically, I'd have to look at old clips once again, but was she ever a stand-up comedian? Was she ever just naturally funny? Who picked her up out the street and was like, yeah, you need a TV show? Like, I gotta question you too. I'm questioning everybody right now. Like, she looks like she's always been up to no
I'm sensitive
good.
and thoughtful, but I'm tough and I'm impatient and I'm demanding, I'm direct. I'm a strong woman.
The essence of the special really was totally a lie.
So overall, the entire
I mean, she did it
was a
terribly.
steaming pile of dog crap,
The
and it
sympathy
did not
quad.
make the splash that Grandma thought that it would, as she really came off as entitled, arrogant, deeply out of touch, and completely unapologetic.
'Cause her
And
mask
both
is
critics and fans
slipping.
alike were left disappointed. And then to make matters even worse,
Get
it's
her
really
eyes
no
out my
secret
face,
that
bro.
she had this very public relationship with Diddy for years.
Oh, wow.
Who has congruently lost
His
public
eyes
favor at a
scare
rapid
the hell
pace
out of
due
me.
to
Like,
being exposed
you
for
can
his
see-
not-so-private life.
You
And
can see it in his
expose
eyes.
coincidentally
Which is why he always used to spam glasses. I'm telling you, he knew his eyes looked crazy as hell half the time. That is why.
actually happened right around
It's
the
not
time
'cause he thought
that
he looked
Ellen's
cooler
special
in
came
them.
out. You know, they really killed those two birds with one stone.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes.
Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that?
And then, you know, we have the
Oh
top
my
2
gosh.
floors of the hotel.
Oh my
So-
gosh. Can you imagine being in a room with both of them? Can you imagine like the crazy negative energy spirals going from her eyes to his eyes and meeting in the middle like Bluetooth? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
No, I mean, the after party.
No, I know about them.
Thanks to my friend
I know
Diddy,
about them.
you were
I know
always
you
the
do.
life of the party. Apparently,
That's
I have
so
a
sick.
history of not knowing which parties I've been invited to, Diddy. Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I like to call him, Cuddle McSnugglestuff. No, you don't need to know why. This group of kids had a dream to dance with Diddy. Today, that dream came true.
Nobody
Are you gonna wait till
dreamed
my
that.
party?
Yes, I
Nobody
am. No.
dreamed that.
No.
You know, I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late,
What
please.
time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay,
But not
okay.
too late. Because, you know, once you
This
get
is
there, the
sick.
party really starts.
I'm so
You know what I'm saying?
disgusted.
And
I
really
might
do
throw
think
up.
that it's no coincidence that she was so close to Diddy for all of these years.
Like,
who ended up being
ugh,
an absolute
bitch.
freaked out psychopath who would do absolutely anything to gain
Y'all are
power
playing
and
in much
influence.
faces.
Like the guy was doing really bad shit for decades. And to me, anyone who had a seemingly close relationship to him, like
You
Ellen
had
did
to be
for
on
all
the same
these
ship.
years, while she was also so deeply ingrained in Hollywood in general,
Why?
had to know that some
Are
suspect
you arched
shit
up
was
on the
going
floor?
on in the background. Because you have to understand that these things were allegedly talked about in entertainment circles for decades. But still, Ellen platformed him almost every single year of her show. She paraded him around kids, and even described him as her favorite guest of all time. Look, all I'm saying is you don't earn a nickname like Cuddle McSnugglestuff by merely having a working relationship with someone.
I'm so
And when Ellen was
disgusted.
questioned about her connection to Diddy when the files
Why?
had started to come out, she had absolutely nothing to say.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
She maneuvering around them niggas to get in that car. Oh
Not
my
only that,
gosh.
but once the hammer really started to come down upon Diddy's head,
Pause.
Ellen coincidentally moved right out of the country right around the time that his home was getting raided by the feds. And eventually all of the things that
Bro,
Diddy was doing
back
in the
up,
dark would
back
come to
up,
light
back
as
up.
we all learned that Sean Combs was a prolific abuser of multiple people.
When Combs didn't get his way, he was violent.
Did y'all
And
see
he
that video
subjected
of him
victims
being
to
like,
physical,
what did he say?
emotional, and
What did
verbal
he say?
so that
Fuck.
they
He was like, when I want something, I get it. Whatever I want, I have to get. Whatever I want, I have to get. He's crazy. He's always been crazy. Bro, How could y'all not see that? Older generation, come to the front. Oh my gosh, y'all were blind. I'm sorry, like, I don't care. Coming from somebody with terrible vision, naturally. This is so, like, obvious. It's in your face. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Would participate.
There's no way you looked at that and was like, oh, that's such a cool nigga. Like, man, he got so much motion.
To Southwest England, many
the
people
hell?
saw this as her attempting to distance herself from the downfall of her good friend. In other words, the spot got too hot and Ellen had to bounce. Although she herself claimed that she left because Trump would be taking office, and she simply could not live in a country being governed by his regime.
What an excuse.
That's your mother, isn't it, huh?
Yeah, look at her.
Hello.
Yeah.
For somebody you had on your show.
I'd like to offer her.
So she went over to England and purchased a $20 million ranch. And then a couple of months after that, another $30 million mansion.
What do you even do in a house that big? Half of the house, there's no way you're hitting every day. Like, you probably don't walk into the left side. Like, you just don't walk over there every day. You just don't. So it's like,
this
you know.
publicly during a private event held at a theater over there.
Why is it so
big? We got here
big?
to England the day before the election, and we woke up to lots of texts from our friends and crying emojis. We were like, we're staying here. We're not going back. We're not leaving. So we bought a house that we thought was going to be a part-time house. Then we decided we needed a different house, and now we're selling that house. And strangely enough, after only living in England for 1 calendar year, the couple has reportedly moved back to America. And the whole thing seemed extremely suspicious and performative to me.
After
because
Diddy
of
got
everything happening with Cuddle McSnuggle stuff.
Yo,
and
boy.
for two, because Ellen is a massive hypocrite. She said during the same live appearance at the Everyman Theater that she specifically was leaving because of the Trump regime, and the fact that the LGBT community would now be under attack, claiming that she took issue with same-sex marriage potentially being unprotected once again under federal law.
What is that picture? Bitch, she looks crazy. I'm so done. I'm so done. I don't like her, bro. Why does she look like that in that picture? Why is everybody okay with this? Anybody in the crowd, bro, get out. Get out while you still can. It's actually too late. It's actually too late.
There are people in America.
Oh my God, she looks insane. Who greenlit that picture? Why is she hunched over like that?
To undo the right for gay people to get married. I mean, that's back on the table as a debate, I think,
absolutely.
isn't it?
The Baptist Church in America is trying to reverse gay marriage. They're trying to, at the very least, stop it from happening in the future and possibly reverse it. And Portia and I are already looking into it, and if they do that, we're going to get married here.
Which would be totally fair until you consider the idea that Ellen is very good friends with former President George Bush, who during his time in office was
have a lot of
opposed to gay marriage himself.
It's none of my business what somebody's. Now, when somebody makes it my business, like on gay marriage, I'm going to stand up and say I don't support gay marriage. In my state of Texas, if we tried to have gay marriage, I would campaign against it.
It's also hilarious to me that she said, oh, everything in England is so much better. That apparently the people were so much nicer and life was so much simpler. But now only 1 year later, after spending all of this money and taking a strong political stance, she is crawling back on her hands and knees to America. And so her so-called activism comes off as extremely performative every time. As for one, she obviously has these funds to spend tens of millions of dollars in the matter of only a couple of years.
Why does she look
to essentially run
like
away
that?
from her perceived issues, while she simultaneously acts as though she's some sort of political refugee. And secondly, I really do think that she moved across the pond simply to flip these mansions. Like I said, she lived in the first one for only 1 month, while also simultaneously hiring and managing a 70-person project to renovate the home in 10 weeks, before listing it for $10 million more than she had paid. And all along, Ellen had the goal to act like she was living that farmer life, when she was clearly not cut out for this shit at all.
She's just a fraud in all aspects.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Cheap will be fun.
And right before she did this, she gave the phone to the person recording and said, hey, record this for a second and give me that. Because they were probably doing it. Matter of fact, like,
good job, baby.
Oh, this girl. Yeah, she probably wasn't doing it either. It was a worker. She hired people. 1000%. Where is an alligator we needed?
We're going in a circle. Much admiration for rowers.
And because Ellen did technically live there, even though it was for such a
It's
short
gotta be
amount of
really good
time,
for your
literally
arm
1
strength,
month,
though.
she could claim it was her primary residence, saving her up to 24% in capital gains tax when she decided to sell the house, which in this case was over $2.4 million.
Making her own farm to get her own food because she knows the food in the stores are.
Over 50 mansions in the last 20 years, owning 24 houses in Southern California alone. And even in regards to her flipping this first house and buying this other mansion,
But she just looks like the type of person to just bite.
Trying to claim
bite
that
the
they
animal.
simply had to move because there was not proper room for her horses on the first property, which is something I think you would consider when you're shelling out $20 million. You know,
Or
in
just
reality, I
build
think
it.
the little weasel had the quick flip plan all along.
Get her face
and
on
then
my
she
face.
just also wanted the social brownie points to boot. And that's not to even mention the fact that she pissed off a bunch of locals there, including the local government, because she did not get the proper permission to do this quick flip of
Oh my
hers.
gosh.
And then the biggest issue she ran into is that she might have disturbed ancient Roman remains. And then also the fact that she put this massive wire fence around the property that people feared would create serious flooding issues for the rest of the village that she was living in. And funny enough, months after this renovation, while this farmhouse was still sitting on the market,
So everybody-
a flood did actually hit the area
Oh,
and
wow.
completely surrounded the estate she was trying to flip with polluted water.
Montecito is under
This is why we listen.
evacuation, the entire town. This is crazy. This creek next to our house never flows, ever.
I'm sure the person renovating it,
9 feet up, and it's going to go in
9 times out of 10 had this concern. Either one couldn't bring it up to her, or two did and
That is not
got shut
beautiful
down.
karma by nature. I do not
She
know
didn't give
what
a fuck.
is. Now, to go back to the comments that I made earlier, there have been a lot of unfounded rumors circulating online in regards to Ellen and the islands. But so far, she has not been listed explicitly at all in the files that have been released. Although Aaron
Bullshit.
Rodgers did go on to Joe Rogan and had this to say about her show.
Oh, well, you know where that is too, right? It's a similar image to that, right?
No.
I know Jamie does.
What is it?
It's on the set of a famous talk show that's now not on anymore.
Oh, Ellen? Was that Ellen?
Yeah.
Really?
Cause that's her.
Just look
that's
at that,
her boy
the
too.
temple and then
Like
look at the.
she's friends with all the worst
Let me see Ellen's
people
background.
that
What?
can't be.
Oh, similar.
wow.
That looks like a building, though.
It just goes to show that when someone muddies their reputation the way she did, I feel like all kinds of allegations will gain traction. I do want to point out here that Ellen has never faced any sort of criminal charges in relation to the likes of Diddy or Epstein for that matter. But to me, she really does seem like the type of person to look the other way to continue to gain power and relevance, as there were many such cases of her allegedly doing this with her very own show in regards to the higher-ups seemingly doing whatever the f they wanted to the peasants who worked for them. I don't know, it's just crazy how quickly Ellen really fell out of public favor. You know, everyone really turned on her after seeing through this 3-decade facade. Like, if you go look at the comments on
I
any
don't
of
know
her
how y'all
public
fell
posts
for it
on
for so
literally
long.
any platform, there was some really dark shit going on there. But either way, I want to know what you guys think about this Ellen update down below. Do you think she was fleeing the country to not be burned by that Diddy fire? Is there possibly some other things that will come out about Ellen in the future? Y'all let me know down below. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing.
Okay.
But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan.
So it looks like I was just on my phone, but I was actually doing research on what I said earlier about that Nicki Minaj thing. Debunked that because I was young and impressionable. But essentially, it was literally just a clip of her complimenting her rings, and then the camera zooms in, and then Nicki Minaj is like, "My hands are ashy. Like, stop." So yeah. But even if the start of my dislike towards her or looking at her sideways was completely biased and stupid, the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, she is questionable. So it's like, hey, you know, I'm not too mad at it. But yeah, just yeah, I'm debunking it now. So y'all don't have to comment it. Really, you can delete that. If you did comment it, just delete it before I see it. You're good. You got like a few hours before I notice. So please just delete it. Don't do this to me. All right, that's the video.